Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Welcome to chapter 18. Understand Bhagavad Gita in 18 days. Before getting into the chapter, let's start with Mangalacharan. Om Agnanatimirandasya Gnananjana Shalakaya Chakshur Unmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Shri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Stapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamahyam Dadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Yuta Padakamalam Shri Gurun Vaishnavamsha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunatamvitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Shri Vishakan Vitamscha He Krishna Karana Sindhu Dina Bandho Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostate Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanu Sute Devi Pranamami Haripriye Vancha Kalpatarubhyascha Krupa Sindhubhya Eva Cha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namah Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadara Shri Vasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Sarvam Shikshnaarpanastu Hari Om. So today let's start with our chapter 18 class. Hope you are able to unmute and talk, Mataji. You are able to hear my voice clearly?
Hare Krishna Mataji. Yes, Mataji.
Thank you, Mataji. Hare Krishna. So we'll start with chapter 18. Chapter 18 is known as Moksha Sannyasa Yoga, the perfection of renunciation. Here in this chapter, Krishna explains all the summary, okay, the summary of all the concept that has been discussed in the previous chapter. Even for second chapter, if you remember, we said that it's a summary, right? But yes, it's a summary, what he'll be explaining in future. And he tried to explain all the 5 questions which Arjuna asked in the first chapter. But here, Krishna is trying to summarize everything so that it will help Arjuna to come to a conclusion. So, Moksha Sannyasa Yoga. This chapter is a bit lengthy. Okay, it's almost bigger than all the chapters. I have some around 78 shlokas here. But not to worry, we have covered almost all the important concepts in the previous chapter. So it will be a quick go through all these concepts. Okay. So to begin with, Krishna tries to explain Karma Yoga. Okay. He again gives a glimpse of Karma Yoga, how to become free from bondage. And then Krishna tells there are 5 factors for an action to be completed. Suppose if you want to do an action, these 5 factors are very essential to complete it. Okay, what is that? We will see it in the coming concepts. Then he tells that whatever factors that are necessary to perform an action is also conditioned by the 3 modes of material nature. All right. Then he introduces Varnashrama Dharma. Then he says you have to attain purification through Varnashrama Dharma only. And also he says that the Varnas, that what he has created is according to the 3 modes of material nature. See how 3 modes of material nature is playing an important factor in all the concepts. All right. Once you have achieved purification, then you will be attaining the Brahman platform, that is Brahmabhuta Prasannatma stage. And once you have reached the Brahman's concept, then next is used to identify your Paramatma, right? Who is sitting in the heart of every living entity. And what is the goal? Goal is the Brahman, that is the soul and the super soul, should get union. How? Through bhakti. Then Krishna says that only by acting in Krishna consciousness, okay? The Sarva Dharma, yes. Only by acting through Krishna consciousness, this can be complete. And the next conclusion is given by Sanjaya, where Sanjaya expresses his experience about how Krishna and Arjuna are talking and what does he feel about the discussion that is happening. What is his experience? And later, indirectly, is hinting Dhritarashtra that your son will definitely lose this war. Okay, clear? So the last dialogue is told by Sanjaya to Dhritarashtra. Clear? In this way, this chapter, Bhagavad Gita, will come to an end. By then, Arjuna has realized and he has surrendered. He is now ready to act in accordance to Krishna consciousness. All right, let's dive in. It's a big, lengthy chapter, but still we can make it on time. No issues. All right. Arjuna Uvacha. Sanyasya mahabaho tatvam ichchami veditum tyagasya cha rishikesha pratakeshinu sudana. Arjuna said, O mighty armed one, I wish to understand the purpose of renunciation. See, this is something like we understood in the 3rd and 5th chapter, I believe, right? So, in Karma Yoga, Karma Sannyasa Yoga also, we understood the same similar question. But here, let's see what Krishna is answering here. Okay, now he wants to understand what is the purpose of renunciation, because we understood Tyaga in the last chapter, how 3 modes are affecting Tyaga. So he wants to understand what is the purpose behind it and what is known as renounced order of life. He wants Krishna to explain this. O killer of Keshi demon, Rishi Kesha. He's telling Keshi demon, you're the killer of Keshi demon means what? You have killed the Keshi demon. Now I have something like doubts which are like demon attacking me, making me confused. Can you please clear all these doubts? So this is what Arjuna is asking. What is the purpose of renunciation? What is Tyaga and what is Sannyasa? What is the purpose? Okay. Then Krishna replies, Shri Bhagavan Uvacha Kamyanam Karmanam Nyasam Sanyasam Kavayo Viduhu Sarva Karma Phalatyagam Prahustyagam Vichakshanaha. The Supreme Lord said, to give up the results of all activities is called renunciation. That is Tyaga. And by the wise, and that state is called renounced order of life, sannyasa, by great learned men. So basically, Krishna is telling sannyasa means the renounced order of life. What is renounced order of life? You are giving up the activities that are based on material desires. Is that clear? So sannyasa means they have given up the activities which are based on material desires. Clear? But still they are acting, right? Then tyaga. What is tyaga means? Tyaga means giving up the result of all activities. All activities. Okay? Clear? Then some learned men declare that all kinds of fruitive activities should be given up. But yet there are sages who maintain the acts of sacrifice, charity, and penance should be never abandoned. Oh, this is contradicting, isn't it? Some men say all kinds of fruitive activities should be given up. But some say the act of sacrifice, charity, penance should not be given up. Why? Why do the sages think that the act of sacrifice, charity, penance should not be given up? Any idea, Matajas? See, it is contradicting, no? The one sentence say give up all kind of fruitive activities. Then some say act of sacrifice, charity, penance should never be abandoned. Sacrifice, charity, penance means it has something or fruitive activity related, no? Why do you think so? There is something contradiction, something not clear. Okay, let me understand here. See, the sages, okay, the sages perform the activities of sacrifice, charity, and penance, no? They do only for the pleasure of the Lord, not for seeking material desires. So, if you are doing any activity in serving the Lord, that activity should be continued, especially sacrifice, charity, and penance. Krishna tells why. It's confused. Yajna dana tapa karma natyajam karyam eva tat yajnodanam tapaschaiva pavanani manisham. The acts of sacrifice, charity, and penance are not to be given up, but should be performed. Why? Because sacrifice, charity, and penance, yajna, dana, tapa, purify even the great souls. Is this clear? Because they are purifying the great souls, so we should not give up the act of sacrifice, charity, and penance. What did we understand the act of sacrifice in the last chapter? What is it in mode of goodness? Sacrifice in mode of goodness. What did we discuss? What did we see? What is the sacrifice that is done in mode of goodness? Yes, anybody remembers? What is that? We are doing something out of responsibility without any expectation. What is the example did we discuss last one? We did Nama Japa, right? Nama Japa, you saw a bead, chanting bead. So we said like this is done without any expecting material desires. And then we are doing out of responsibility. How about the passion? What did we learn as an example? Sacrifice done in mode of passion. Looks like, what did you see in the picture? Nobody remembers? We saw yajna performed by karma kandi people. Okay, these yajnas are done for show off, false ego, or expecting some results from the sacrifice. How about ignorance? What was the example did we discuss? Somebody meditated upon Shiva, he got a boon. Who was he? Who was a personality? Who did it in ignorance? Who meditated on Shiva and then he wanted to experiment the same on Shiva?
Bhasmasura.
Yes, Bhasmasura. Because out of madness, he didn't have any faith. He just wanted to exploit. He wants to exploit anybody. Like people in ignorance, so they just know to exploit. Whether even it is God also is okay, but there is zero faith about it. And he tried to experiment on Lord Shiva only. So that is the kind of faith they are having. Then charity, goodness. What did we learn about charity in the mode of goodness? It should be done at where should be
The
be
right,
yeah?
proper, to the right person at the right time, right place.
Yes, it should be done to a worthy person at the right place and right time without any expectation of result. How about the passion? What did we see? We saw a photo, no? A person taking a photo. What is this?
The expectation of something in return.
Yes. So we saw that a person he gave 50, 100 rupees dhanam to the poor people, but he's taking a selfie and posting it on Facebook. Clear? So that is kind of expectation. How about the ignorance? We saw a person who said help with a board in front of him, no help.
Unworthy persons.
Yeah. When anything we have charity, we are giving away our money or helping somebody to unworthy person, it is done in mode of ignorance. What about the penance? What did we learn about goodness? Where did we go to do penance? We saw Vrindavan Yatra, Mayapur Yatra Dham, right? Going to pilgrimage is all done in mode of goodness. What about passion? Penance is done to gain honor, respect. Okay. Then foolish people, then in ignorance, foolish people perform with expectation of return and they torture themselves and also they injure others. The example was Hiranyakashipu. Clear? So the whole purpose of sacrifice in mode of goodness, charity or penance, no, they are all purifying. Only they are purifying one's thoughts. So sacrifice should be done for Nama Japa, right? Nama Japa is one of the fifth word. Without any expectation, we are doing it. And charity we are doing because the wealth that we have earned is used for dharmic purpose. So it is purifying the wealth. Penance is done to so that we can have some self-discipline. Clear? We will learn more on Nama Japa because every time we say, we have to chant, we have to chant. So let's hear a story. Okay, yeah, hear a story regarding this, that why in Kali Yuga Nama Sankirtana Yajna is preferred. All right. So this will give us what to say, a constant faith, like yes, this is working because this is what is prescribed for this yuga, because it is a yuga dharma. For this particular yuga, Nama Japa is mentioned. See, in Satya Yuga, we meditated on the Lord, okay, to please Him. And in Treta Yuga, we performed lot of sacrifices, okay. Then in Dwapara Yuga, we did construct so many temples and we were all included in deity worship and everything. But in Kali Yuga, for this particular yuga, the dharma is Nama Sankirtana Yajna. Okay, let's quickly go through a small story behind this so that the confidence or the faith what we have will get stronger and stronger, and we also start chanting every single day. Actually, we chant, the prescribed thing is we should chant minimum 16 rounds. But for the beginners, they can start with 10 minutes chanting or 108 times chanting. On one particular bead, if you complete one round, you'll be completing 108 times of chanting Hare Krishna Maha Mantra. So this we will do when we get totally inspired, when we have complete faith in it, and we automatically start performing this act. Okay. To make it more faithful and strong in our belief, let's hear the story. One day what happened, great sage Narada, he was on the way to Vaikunta, and there he saw Vishnu and he spoke to him, Vaikunta Disha, oh Lord, in Satya, Treta and Dwapara, okay, you personally come down. You personally come down and bless the devotees. But in Kali Yuga, I don't see there is a chance, because all the people here are extremely sinful. Yes, we are faithless. Then where will you reside to deliver these degraded souls? He asked. Okay, Narada asked Vishnu. Then Vishnu, with a smile on his face, as always, he tells Narada, Naham tishtami vaikunte yoginam hridayeshu va tatra tishtanti Narada yatra gayanti madbhaktaha. Naham tishtanti vaikunte. He's telling, I will not reside in Vaikunta. Yoginam hridayeshu va. I will not reside in the heart of a yogi also as Paramatma. Instead, I will stay where my devotees are singing my glories. They are discussing my Nama, Rupa, Guna, Leela. There I will reside. So I will reside where my devotees chant my holy name and where there is a discussion about my form, pastime, and qualities. Tatra tishtami Narada yatra gayanti madbhaktaha. See how nicely he's telling. This all said in Bhagavatam. We have complete proof about all this. If Bhagavatam is telling, that is truth. Okay. And similarly, we have many other scriptures also, like in Padma Puran, also it is mentioned that is this Chintamani. What is Chintamani? It is a wish fulfilling stone, no? Whatever you ask, your wish will be fulfilled. Same is Harinam also. What is called as the Nama Chintamani Krishna's Chaitanya Rasa Vigraha. It is mentioned in Padma Purana. All Puranas, all Shastra declare this Nama Sankirtana Yajna is the only way of deliverance in this Kali Yuga. Just like Chintamani is a wish fulfilling gem, Krishna is the holy name that gives highest perfection, that is Mukti Pradata. Clear? Even in Chaitanya Charitamrita, there is a mention about this. Hare Nama, Hare Nama, Hare Naima, Anamaiva Kevalam, Eva Nasi Kalam. Sorry, Hare Nama, Hare Nama, Hare Namaiva Kevalam, Kalau Nasi, Eva Nasi, Eva Nasi, Eva Gatir Anyata. In this age of Kali, the only way of deliverance is Hare Nama. There is no other way, no other way, no other way. So this is how the Nama Japa is strong. Okay, for this Kali Yuga, Nama Japa is the only way of deliverance. So when there is when it is so much important, do you think one should give up the act like that? So the act of sacrifice, charity and penance should be done even by the great souls like Janaka, Maharaj. They are all great souls, okay? But still they remember, because all this are purifying their actions. Okay. All right, we will go next. This was the glorification of Nama Japa. Etani apittu karmani sangam tyatva falani cha kartavyani me partha nishchitam matamuttamam. All these activities should be performed without any expectation. of result. They should be performed as a matter of duty. See, matter of duty. So it is in Sattva Guna without any expectation of result. That is my final opinion. So once Krishna gives his opinion, that is final. See, next here is what they are trying to say is if you are carrying out, if you are in the mode of goodness, no, then you are carrying out your action as a duty towards it without any expectation of the results. But here, if you are in passion, there is always constant fear of success, failure, good, bad, all the dualities always exist. Ignorance, if you are performing action in ignorance, then you are illusion, madness that drives you to perform the action. Okay, now Krishna is telling, O mighty Arjuna, learn from me of the 5 factors which bring about the accomplishment of all action. Krishna is telling, now I will tell you something, the 5 factors which is responsible to complete an action. If you want to do some action, then these five factors are very essential. What are they? These are declared in Sankhya philosophy to be the place of action, the performer, the senses, the endeavor, and ultimately the super soul. Let's understand this with a simple example. See now, this is see now I have a project to construct a building. Okay, what do I need first? If I want to construct a house or a building, what do I need first? This is little interactive session part, Matajas. Please contribute. If I want to construct a house or a building, what do I need first?
Raw materials.
And
First, what do you need?
land, Mataji, land.
First, we will look for a land, right? What is a particular land? Which area I want to build? Is it close by to hospitals? If I want to construct a house, then that is the first need I will look, no? The proper land. Then after land, what do you need?
You will prepare a
Then
plan for the house.
yes, I will come up with the plan for the house. Then I will contact engineers. The engineers will come up and set up the plan. Then
We'll
what
procure
next?
raw materials
Yes,
based
we want
on
the raw materials. See, the place of action is nothing but land. The performer, okay, for now we will take it as an engineers, all right? The senses are nothing but raw materials. See, I have the raw material. Now I have the land, the engineer plan, and the raw materials. Then what else you want?
labor force to come.
Labor force. So we have the labors. Okay. Then we have the labor. See, we have land. We have engineers and laborers. Okay, they are all performers. Then we have the raw materials. Then what do we need next? We need now all are sitting silently only. You have not given them work. So what do you want to say? Tell them now. They are sitting separately, silently. You will tell them, go put your effort to complete the task, right? So those are the endeavor. Yes, now all the people are in action. Now they are completing the task. Now you have land, you have engineers, workers working, you have the raw materials, you have the effort to complete also, but still the house is not complete. Why? Why there is some lag here? What is that lag here?
We need a supervisor to monitor the construction.
So that is the super soul who wants to grant. If super soul is not ready to grant a wish, say that like we want something, but God grants something, right? That what is that grant? Grant is like the will, that is the icha, the permission of the overseer, that is the super soul. If super soul is not willing, if the God is not willing, then this construction may break in between. There should be some earthquake, some heavy rain. No matter what you do, this project will not complete. Clear? So the super soul is the one who is granting, who is the overseer, and who is giving the permission to complete the task. So these are the 5 factors, okay? Place of action, land, the performer, and the senses, the endeavor, and the ultimately the super soul. So these 5 factors are very necessary for completing an action. So let's take another example, okay? Now we are conducting online courses, right? So for the online classes, what we are doing as a Gita 18 days course, okay? So what do you need? So what will be the place of action here? What is the place of action? Where are we acting?
From the respective homes.
Yeah, we are maybe home, office, from wherever we are attending, right? Then what about the performer? Who are the performers here? To complete this online class activity, what all we need? Who are the performers here?
The participants and the resource person.
Yes, we need admins, teachers, registration team, PPT maker, and the people who are participating. All those are performers. How about the senses? How do you classify senses? You need a mic, laptop, isn't it? Electricity, Wi-Fi, all those are sensors. They are raw materials, right? How about the effort, endeavor? How about the endeavor? Endeavor is the effort to speak, the effort to make the PPT, and as participants, they have they are
To listen.
yeah, to understand, to listen and understand the concept. So all these are endeavors. Only when the endeavor is complete, then only everything will be in place, isn't it? The whole purpose is that only. And then finally, we need a grant from the Lord himself. If Lord is not willing, we will not be sitting here listening to Bhagavad Gita for the entire 18 days, isn't it? It's not easy. So all these five factors are necessary to complete a action. We have a super soul. He's blessing us. Thank you. Then Krishna tells that the kind of knowledge, the kind of knowledge is also based on material modes of nature. Okay, the knowledge is also influenced under sattvic, rajasic, and tamasic mode. Okay, how do a sattvic person think? What kind of knowledge he has? How does he think? Okay, that we will see here. 18.22, that knowledge by which one undivided spiritual nature is seen in all existences, undivided, individed, is knowledge in the mode of goodness. What Krishna is trying to say here is, he sees the soul in all living beings. Okay, sees the soul in all living beings, and inequality he is seeing. For example, what I can say, distributing prasadam in the temple. Okay, we distribute temple to whoever comes to the temple, we are distributing it. So we are seeing the soul in all living beings. Then a doctor is also treating the patient equally, right? So that is, he is situated in mode of goodness. And second, passion, that knowledge by which a different type of living entity is seen to be dwelling in different bodies is known in the mode of passion. It means that he is seeing all the beings are different due to external bodies. All right. So for example, how a businessman looks. A businessman looks his employees like workers only, who brings profit, and he judges them by salary, education, position, right? There is no spirituality here. It is all materialistic. Clear? Then 18.22 for ignorance. That knowledge by which one is attached to one kind of work as the all in all, without knowledge of the truth, which is very meager, is said to be in the mode of darkness. Means what? He is attached to one kind of work, means he is a narrow-minded person, isn't it? He believes that his viewpoint is only right. People in mode of ignorance, they are mad people. What is right, what is wrong, all ulta pulta for them, right? So such people refuse to learn. Such people refuse to learn, and they don't grow in knowledge at all. They are ignorant person, and they ignore and reject the other people points view also. Here, for example, they may be superstitious, blind faith, like how to say, some nail cutting which not in particular day, they all say, so all that ignorant things. Okay, so such people think like this. Okay, next is actions. The actions what we do are also based on the modes of influence by the modes of material nature. As far as actions is concerned, the action is done accordance with duty. So first point is they are done as a duty, which is performed without attachment, without love or hate, by one who has renounced fruitive results, is called action in the mode of goodness. So the people in action of goodness, how they act, they act just like they are doing their duty. They are performed properly and disciplined way. They are not motivated by success or failure, because when you're doing it as a matter of duty, you don't think anything, right? And then you are doing it without any attachment to the results. For example, what to say, a devotee cooks the prasadam for all, no? He cleans the temple, he cooks the prasadam without expecting any recognition or praises. Even if he get praises, he will say it's all Krishna's mercy. Yeah. And how about a soldier? A soldier who work day and night in the border, protecting for our nation. Yes, he is doing it as a matter of duty. This is mode of goodness. When it comes to mode of passion, they are done with great effort, but for selfish motive, all right, to gratify his desires. Then it is performed with strong attachment to results. Okay, they are driven by pride, ambition, and greed. Okay, they are enacted from a sense of false ego. Then such a competitive mind, what will happen to the mind there? It leads to stress, competition, and dissatisfaction. For example, we can think a businessman who is working for a profit only. Hmm? He doesn't care about his worker unless until he's meeting the deadline. That is what he needs. We can take an example of a student who works day and night, no, to get a good to get good rank compared to others. Maybe he wants to place first in that way, and to show off that he stands first. All that action which is done out of false ego, they come under the mode of passion. What about ignorance? That action performed in ignorance and delusion without consideration of future bondage or consequences, which inflicts injury and is impractical, is said to be the action in the mode of ignorance. Means what? It is done out of illusion, laziness. Whatever the act they are doing, they are harmful to themselves and others. All right. They have no concern for right and wrong. Because they are causing future bondage, no, they will suffer downfall and bad karma. For example, what you can think? Action that is done in mode of ignorance. Anybody? Anything coming into your mind?
Politician.
Politician, yes. Politician, yes. Then you can think of a drunk driver. No, he's drunk. Drink and drive. Yeah. He drinks and drives and causes accidents. He'll be put in jail depending upon the cause, kind of damage he's doing, right? Then what about the criminal? He knows it's wrong, but he has nothing worried about the future. What he is worried is today do I have that whatever I want? So criminal engaging in theft. Okay. And we can also think about a drug addict, no? Drug addict, they are injuring their own health. Yeah. So these are the action part. So there are three kinds of workers. Okay, three kinds of workers based on modes of material nature. The worker is said to be in mode of goodness if he is free from all material attachments, false ego, who is enthusiastic, resolute, who is indifferent to success or failure, is a worker in the mode of goodness. Means what? He is not egoistic. He is determined. He is enthusiastic. If you have any work, you can call him and say, see this, can you finish this work by this particular time? He enthusiastically agrees to it because he is indifferent. He is always free from ego, is always enthusiastic, deterministic in his work, and he always remains calm, whether it is failure, whether it is success. Clear? Because whenever a devotee performs an action, he performs for the sake of the Lord. So later he will think, whatever you give, Lord, it is your prasadam, it's your mercy. So he is indifferent to the success or failure. You can also think about a social worker. No? A social worker also helps the poor. So these are the kind of worker in mode of goodness. How about the passion? As you all know, the same thing. He'll be attached to the result. He'll be greedy, envious, impure. He's affected by happiness, distress. Sometimes he can be aggressive. Sometimes he can be impatient because his mind is full of calculation only. Where there is calmness to hear to somebody. So whatever reaction is there, he's not responding, he's reacting. So example we can give as a politician seeking power. Yeah, those are the politicians who are always behind power. If they feel the power is not there, then they are lost. So this is about the worker in mode of passion. When it comes to ignorance, what it will be? It will be very irresponsible people, cheating propensity, isn't it? So they are lazy, irresponsible, they are deceitful, cheating, they are expert in insulting others. They are morose, they are procrastinating. All right. They are always indulged in immoral activities. Okay. These are the workers in mode of ignorance. For example, a student, no, he knows that if he doesn't prepare for the exam, he will fail. But still, he doesn't care. He is lazy to get up early in the morning and sit to study. What is the result? He will fail definitely, isn't it? And a worker who doesn't go to office, always at home, sleeping, and does not think about his future, what will happen? The whole family will suffer. Such a worker is said to be in the mode of ignorance. Three kind of intelligence. Okay, the intelligence based on the modes of material nature. What will happen if it comes to intelligence? They are very, what to say, they can decide what is wrong, what is right, right? Let's see what they say. O Sanaprita, that understanding by which one knows what ought to be done, what not ought to be done. That is, he can clearly distinguish right from wrong. What should be done, what not should be done. That is, what is dharma, what is adharma. Then, what is to be feared and what is not to be feared. Here, a person in mode of goodness, no, this fear is not that kind of fear. This fear is like, how to say, if you don't go to school on time, the principal will punish you, the teacher will punish you, they will make you to stand outside. Or if you don't go home on time, your mom will reprimand you. You understand? That kind of fear. It's not that other kind of fear. This fear is good fear. This fear should be there. No, fear should not be there. No, that's not possible. Fear will be there, but it is in the mode of goodness, so that to bring a person to the right path. Okay. So what is binding? What is liberating? Okay. So all these activities, what he'll be doing? It will be helping in spiritual progress and also liberation. Clear? The example we can think about a judge. No, we always quote about the judge, right? The judge always makes fair decision. Okay. Then a disciplined student always prioritizes studies. He gets up early in the morning. He studies himself without being told by somebody. Okay, such a person, such intelligent person, he is said to be in a mode of goodness. So when coming to the passion is always result-driven people, isn't it? That understanding which cannot distinguish between the religious way of life and the irreligious, between action that should be done, that action should not be done, that imperfect understanding, they are confused party. They are imperfect in understanding. They are totally confused. So, O son of Pruta is in the mode of passion. They are totally confused about their decision. Sometimes they follow this path, sometimes they follow that path. Whatever path is convenient for them, they will follow it. Whatever result they want, they will follow it. Clear? For example, we can say the businessman will comes up with something, what to say, advertisement. Okay, if that is not working, he will tweak the advertisement, he will present it. All this are profit-driven people. Okay, then a student has not studied well, but still he wants to pass the exam. The whole motive is to pass. So he'll end up cheating in the exam. So such a kind of act is done in the mode of passion because it is result-driven. What about the ignorance? So for him, it is very clear. Religion is religion, religion to be a religion. Whatever Sattvic people think, no, they think in a complete opposite direction. So religion to be religion, religion to be a religion. They are total in the mad of spell of illusion, darkness, and they always are in the wrong direction. O Sanaprita is in the mode of ignorance. Means what? They always make irrational, harmful decision, isn't it? If they think otherwise, if dharma is adharma, adharma is dharma, if they think in that way, definitely they'll make harmful decision, right? So a drug addict, what he will think? Intoxication is good for me. Though whole world knows it is wrong, but for a drug addict, it is very good for him because it is pleasing him. Then a person who thinks, no, the life is only for sense gratification, it's nothing else. Only life should be enjoyed. Why to take trouble reading all the scriptures? All such people are driven in a wrong way. So their intelligence are in the mode of ignorance. They are ignorant people. Actually, they are ignorant people. They don't know the right path. So again, for determination also are based on the three modes of material nature. O son of Pritha, that determination which is unbreakable, that is, which is steady, which is sustained with steadfastness by yoga practice. That is, they are guided by self-discipline, they are doing yoga. And thus control the mind, life, and the act of senses is in the mode of goodness. How determination is possible? Because they are able to control the mind, the life, and also the senses activities. For example, even a devotee life, no, it's not easy. We have to be determined to stick into this path, isn't it? Even you people were determined to attain 18 days Bhagavad Gita course. That's why you are able to finish the 18 days Bhagavad Gita course, isn't it? No matter what trouble came, how busy you were, what all problems happened at office or at home, you were determined to complete this activity, the 18 days Bhagavad Gita course, isn't it? Only with determination only you are able to complete anything. Yeah, you are able to control the mind, your life, your acts of senses, and therefore you're all situated in the mode of goodness when it comes to determination. Okay, the mode of passion, that determination by which one holds fast to fruitive result. If there is passion, it means that they are attracted towards the fruitive results in religion, economic development, sense gratification is of the more nature of passion. Example, a business person who is working tirelessly, only for health, no, only for wealth, no health is required for him. He doesn't want a family. What is driving him is wealth, wealth, wealth. Clear? You can also consider like a student who he is not studying for the sake of getting knowledge. Instead, to secure a rank, he is doing that. Clear? That is passion-driven student. Then when it comes to ignorance, that determination which cannot go beyond dreaming, fearfulness, lamentation, moroseness, illusion, such unintelligent determination is in the mode of darkness. Because such path, they are driven by illusion, they have no knowledge, there is no spiritual progress at all. And also, they are determined for what? To do wrong things. They are just daydreaming. I'll become that, I'll become this. So when it comes to action, they are sleeping at home. So this is what determination. You see, like a smoker, no, though you get that ad, no, in the beginning of the movie, every movie you go, this smoking is injurious to health. You get to see all this, you will suffer like this, you'll get all this disease. But how many people did they quit after seeing that ad? I don't think anybody would have quit. Huh? And they have that label also, no, on the top of the cigarette box also, injurious to health, with all that scary photo they have put. But still, no matter what, they don't want to quit smoking. So that is how the, intoxication has an effect on people's mind. And also happiness. Happiness is also characterized based on the modes of material nature. The first one is mode of goodness. Here there is little twist, but don't worry. You can also understand by example, then it will be easy. So that which in the beginning may be just like poison. All right. First it is poison, but the end it is just like nectar. Why it is nectar? Because it is awakening one to self-realization, and it is said to be happiness in the mode of goodness. For example, for everybody I know, like waking up early is very difficult. So Mangalarti time is 4:30 a.m. IST. So if you want to get up for Mangalarti, how do you feel? First, it will be very difficult. It's like, I'm very sleepy, my head is whirling, I want to sleep. But with great determination, the mode of goodness, okay, you make up your mind. And then you will get up, try to get up every day. Then one day you will realize, so it is giving me so much of mental peace. I have just devoted to this particular time. And you realize that without alarm also, you're waking up at 3:45, 4 o'clock, you're already up and you're doing your work, because just you need to train your mind. Once you train your mind, everything will be easy. So in the beginning, how it was like a poison. Oh my God, how will I get up? It is so painful. But the end, how did you feel? You felt it like a nectar, because when you achieve something, no, that happiness, what brings in you, that is the nectar that is being discussed here. Clear? Now the doctor says, eat only healthy food and no junk food. How difficult it will be? Avoiding junk food is first. It is difficult, but when you get back to your good health, you will feel it as a nectar. So when the happiness in the mode of goodness is poison at the beginning and nectar at the end. Yeah. So even if you take like the completing 18 days course, for while beginning it was very difficult to attend, but the end, what the knowledge you got from Bhagavad Gita, you're very thankful. You're feeling so happy inside, isn't it? So this is the happiness in the mode of goodness. And what is the happiness in the mode of passion is? They are nectar at the first, okay? They are nectar at the first and poison at the end. No, I want to eat pani puri. Huh? I will eat pani puri one after the other. At the end, by the time you come home, full of acidity, stomach burning sensation. Huh? So first it was nectar, but the end, what happened? It is the poison. So that such kind of happiness is said to be in the mode of passion. Clear? And when you come to this social media effect, the Facebook and Instagram reels, what we use, we start watching hours together. Then later when we realize, oh my God, I lost so much of time. I have so much of things to do pending. Oh my God, in that way, you will feel. So it was nectar at the beginning, but the poison at the end. So if you want to identify in which position of happiness you are, then you have to think, are you getting a nectar at the end? Or are you getting a nectar at the beginning? So accordingly, you can categorize. Okay. So when it comes to ignorance, it is poison at the beginning, poison at the end. Both, which is delusion from beginning to end, and which arises from sleep, laziness, illusion, is said to be in the nature of ignorance. Okay. For example, you can say like you just do activities which is comforting, and entire life you're wasting just because comforting yourself. You have not achieved anything in life. You are sleeping excessively out of laziness and you have no mood to work. So this is done in mode of ignorance. Happiness, which is binding to self-realization, which is deluded. They are deluded people. And now Krishna explains about the Varnas. Okay. He also tells that the Varnas, what I have created, Krishna, it is also based on the modes of material nature. It is not like the Varna, what we think here. Like a doctor, a child should be a doctor, a Brahmana, son should be a Brahmana. Krishna is telling a big no. He's telling no, that is not the reason. That is not how I created the Varna. Here Krishna explains how he created the Varnas. Okay. Shamodamastapa shaucham shantir arjavam evacha gnanam vignanam astikyam brahma karma svabhavaja. Peacefulness, self-control, austerity, purity, tolerance, honesty, wisdom, knowledge, and religiousness. These are all qualities done by the Brahmana work. I think there are 9 qualities. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, the 9 qualities. When you see these 9 qualities in a person, it means that he is a Brahmana. He is peaceful, self-control, austerity, purity, tolerance, honesty, wisdom, knowledge, and religiousness. Okay. It's not that Brahmana son will be a Brahmana. There is no such rule. Okay. It all depends on what quality he has acquired and how he is working. Okay. And next is passion. It is based on 7 qualities. Shauryam tejo dhritirdakshyam yuddhe chapya apalayanam dhanam ishvara bhavascha kshatram karma swamavajam. Heroism, power, determination, resourcefulness, courage in battle, generosity, leadership are the qualities of work for the Kshatriya. If you see somebody with all the 7 qualities, it means that he should be a Kshatriya. Clear? And Krishi Gorakshya Vanijyam Vaishya Karma Swabhavajam Paricharyatmakam Karma Shudrasyapi Swabhavajam. Farm, cattle raising, business are the qualities of work for Vaishyas, and for Shudra, there is labor and service to others. So if you see these 3 qualities, like they are involved in farming, cattle raising, they have a good knowledge about the business, then those are the qualities fit for Vaishyas. How about the Shudras? They provide service to all others. Clear? So Krishna also said in the previous, I had discussed something similar to this, where I said about how a Brahmana and a Shudra class person story where Shudra was delivered even before Brahmana. Remember the story? The cobbler and a Brahmana story. Okay. So I will not repeat the story here because I have already discussed. So I will go next. Here, I'll just give a summary here. So Krishna is telling that Chaturvarnya Mahashtushram Guna Karma Vibhagashaha. Based on the guna and karma, we can divide the society, but not by the birth. He is repeatedly telling this. Okay. If he has a Brahmana quality with all this 9, then he is supposed to be a Brahmana. If he has this 7 qualities which are seen in the Kshatriyas, then he can choose anything among the Kshatriya. He will be representing a Kshatriya. And if there are 3 qualities, he will be representing a Vaishya. If there are labor and service, then it is a Shudra. So none of the Varnas are big or small. Okay. All 4 classes should cooperate for the pleasure of the Lord. That is what is the most important. The God has created so that they cooperate and they work for the pleasure of the Lord. No Varna is higher or lower. And there is no such rules like the Brahmanas should be a Brahmana, Kshatriya son should be a Kshatriya. No. We have similar such examples in the past also. No. Puranas. Do you remember anybody, Mataji, who was this first and later he became this? I can think about Vishwamitra, isn't it? He was a Kshatriya before. Later, what he did, he did intense austerity. Then he got spiritualized, and then he became a Brahmana. Brahmana Nishtha he became. Then who else can you think about? We can think about Mrugari's story also, no? He was a hunter. He was a hunter. He was not part of Varnashrama system at all. Huh? Then by the association of Narada, he started chanting the name of the Lord. We can also think about Valmiki. Yeah. He was a dacoit, a Shudra. Then what happened? Narada Muni gave the association to him. He preached like this, all this work, what you are doing is not good. Then he became a Vaishnava. Later, then he also became first he became a Brahmana and then he became a Vaishnava. So there are so many examples in the Purana where a people from Kshatriya, they got elevated to Brahmana level, Vaishnava level also. Okay. So here you can see Yata pravritti bhutanam ena sarvam idam tamam swakarmana tam abhyarchya siddhim vindati manavaha. By worship of the Lord, who is the source of all beings and who is the all-pervading, man can, in the performance of his own duty, attain perfection. See, Lord is clearly telling, no matter in which varna you are, you have to attain perfection in whichever action you perform, because each varna is independent. Each varna is supporting the rest of 3 varnas. All right. How? See, a Brahmana, no? Here you see. What is a Brahmana's work? Brahmana is studying. He will be teaching the Vedas and he will say, and he is not looking for any material gain here, okay? But he is doing a service as a Krishna. If he is looking for a material gain, then he is lost. He is not attaining perfection in his Varna. Clear? Then also a Brahmana's important duty, no? He should guide people towards Krishna consciousness rather than performing only the yagnas, some rituals. No, he has to guide people towards Krishna consciousness. How? For example, you saw the Shukadev Goswami, no? How Shukadev Goswami, he helped to deliver Parikshit Maharaj. He narrated Srimad Bhagavatam and he helped to deliver Parikshit Maharaj. And our Siksha Guru also, no? Namnishta Das Prabhuji, with his mercy only, we are able to conduct these Bhagavad Gita 18 days course, and through this platform we are able to deliver the knowledge of Bhagavad Gita to so many bigger public. Clear? Because for people who are offline, who cannot go to temple and learn, no, it will be very difficult, like us who are far away from India. So this platform was highly helpful for us to learn Bhagavad Gita. Yeah. So in this way, what Brahmana is doing? Brahmana is helping the rest of the 3 societies. Yeah. He is telling how to get spiritualized, how to do self-realization, how to be Krishna consciousness, what is good, what is not right. So everything he is trying to explain. How about a Kshatriya? Kshatriya cannot go and study Vedic literatures, no? Because he doesn't have that intelligence. His intelligence is different, right? He should rule. Okay. What a good Kshatriya should do? He should rule not for power, but as a duty to Krishna. That is for first point. To attain perfection in his Varna, he has to rule Not for power, but as a duty to Krishna, he has to protect other classes of people, right? He has to protect other classes of people. Best example is Yudhishthira. He was such a nice ruler. Under his rule, the whole people, all other classes of men also flourished along with him. The whole kingdom was so happy. How about the Vaishya? Here, Vaishya is what? Yesterday's class, I told you, he is the only working man, yeah, who is mating the rest of the Varnas, yeah. So, he should earn wealth honestly and you should use it for Krishna's service, clear? And he can give charity because only if he gives charity to a Brahmana and he pays taxes to the Kshatriya and he pays his laborers, only then these people also get some way of maintenance, right? Correct? So this Vaishya is also helping other Varnas. You can't expect a single person to do all the 4 activities, isn't it? So what Shudra is doing? Shudra is serving the others. Okay, he should serve others and assist them in their good work. So for example, you see now Nam Nishdas Prabhuji is organizing a Vrindavan trip. Okay, some of the temple devotees will be visiting the Vrindavan. So there is less number of people who are there for temple service. Now what they say, please anybody can come to Mangalore to serve so that we can have crunch of whatever crunch of people are there, we can balance. Our work will be balanced, some help will we need for the kitchen work, for the deity prasadam preparation and all, please come and work. So all these are activities, no? All these are activities serving others. So we are doing in the service of Krishna. So the Shudras are also important. Huh? Without that, how can the rest of the Varnas be happy and can do their work perfectly? So at such time, what happens? Devotees will start cleaning the temple. They prepare the prasadam. They assist in the devotional service. So indirectly, what Krishna is trying to say here, he's trying to say, Krishna, Arjuna, that you have to follow your swadharma. Don't ever think to go to forest and renounce everything. Follow your swadharma. His swadharma is a kshatriya. So no matter what comes, no, Matajis, we have to follow what we are good at, what we are passionate about. When we follow what we are passionate about, no, then it is not like working at all. We are enjoying our work every single minute, isn't it? So we'll go next. Shreyan swadharmo vigunaha paradharma swanutishtitat swabhava niyatam karma kurvan napnoti kilbisham. It is better to engage in one's own occupation to accept rather than to accept another occupation. Yes. Even though it is better to engage one in one's own occupation, even though one may perform it imperfectly. See, you may not be perfect in whatever you're doing, but it's better not to accept others' occupation and perform it perfectly. Prescribed duties according to one's nature are never affected by sinful reaction. See here, this person is organizing a race, okay? He has invited monkey, penguin, elephant, fish, and dog or dolphin. And then he's telling, let me see who wins. Climb up the tree. Then who will win? Definitely monkey, right? So what are the other animals are doing? They are good in their own way. It's not that only monkey is doing right activity. And an elephant should not start thinking, see, it's able to climb the thing. Somehow, crook, hook or crook, I also should race him. I should become better than him. No need. You are good in one. You have to follow your nature. So better you perform your own swadharma. Don't jump here and there. Even if it is painful, no? Any activity or any dharma that you perform, no? There is ups and downs. You have to come across all the impediments. So you should not think, oh, mine is difficult, his is easy. No, nothing is easy, nothing is difficult. Everything should go hand in hand. Clear? So another's duty may seem attractive, but it is not suitable for one's own nature. So in practical application, how we can think, Mataji, when there is a time of second PUC time, no, parents are more conscious. Parents are more worried than the kids. What will be their future? In which stream they should go? Should they go to science, commerce, art? Which stream they should go? And what are they deciding upon? What is the deciding factor there? Huh? Tell me, what is the deciding factor? It is full financial motives, no? So financial, which job, which field if he goes, he can work well, where he is highly paid. All those are financial motives are driving one, isn't it? So student, it should be left to the student. He should decide what is good at, what he is good at, and he should think and make a career based upon his natural inclination and not on the external social media, friends, pressure, something, pressure from his parents, social friends, or some financial motive. That should not be the reason. Instead, he should see what he feels like doing it nicely. What is he good at doing? For example, a person who is very logical, who is very good in analytical thinking, then he can take a career as a teacher, he can take a career as a researcher or a spiritual guide too. Clear? Then when it comes to, if he is very valorous, courageous, and he enjoys doing this leadership thing, then he can become a manager, leader, whatever. So he should take up such field. And if someone has a very good business thinking capacity, we can make a good financial decision, then he can take up some entrepreneur, he can become a financial expert, trader, in that way. And if some person enjoys practical work, practical work, assisting, helping others, then he can excel in some technical service, creative program. Everybody in this Kali Yuga are all Shudras. Kalau Shudra Sambhavaha means what? Everybody in this Kali Yuga are all Shudras. They have a boss to whom they are working, isn't it? So if we follow another's profession, it always leads to fear. Yeah, always we have the fear of falling down. If you think the person who is suitable for a doctor, or a person whose passion is for musician, if he takes up a doctor job, then he's killing himself every day whenever he has surgery to do, isn't it? Because it's not his nature. So one should always take up his activity for his future according to his Svadharma, not by external influence. Then after this, okay. After explaining this, Krishna tells that once you become perfect in whatever varna you are there, okay, then you will transcendently situate yourself at the Supreme Brahman stage, okay. So Brahma Bhuta Prasannatma Na Shochati Na Kankshati Sama Sarveshu Bhuteshu Madbhaktim Labate Param. One who is thus transcendently situated at once realizes the Supreme Brahman. He never laments nor desires to have anything. He is equally disposed to every living entity. In that state, he attains pure devotional service unto me. See, this is a Brahma Bhuta Prasannatma, right? This is a Brahma Bhuta. What he is saying? He is seeing the Supreme Personality of Godhead in everybody. He thinks that only the body is changing, but the Lord is one. When he sees the Lord in all other person, do you think that he will hurt such people? No, right? He will never hurt. So it is mentioned, yes, he is equally disposed to every living entity. Okay? Then, he will never think when he meets a dog eater, when he meets some wrong person, a Brahmana, he will treat him equally. Clear? He will treat him equally. When he sees a dog eater, dog, cow, animal, any kind of animal, he will see it equally. He will not consider them on their material background. Oh, he's rich, he is poor. According to that decision, he doesn't respect. He respects equally. Okay? He never laments or desires to have anything from anybody. So this is the stage of Brahma Bhuta Prasannatma. Bhaktya mam abhijanati yavan yaschasmi tatvatah tato mam tatvato gnatva vishate tad anantaram. What he's trying to say? He's telling Bhaktya mam abhijanati. He never said only Jnanis are knowing, Ashta Yogis are knowing. No. Krishna is telling only my devotees, one who is engaged in my devotional service can only understand. One can understand the Supreme Personality as he is only by devotional service. And when one is fully consciousness of the Supreme Lord by such devotion, he can enter into the kingdom of God. So what is a quality to enter into the kingdom of God? Means a devotee who is performing devotional service is the quality that is required for us to enter into the kingdom of God. Okay. Then Sarvakarmani api sada kurvano madhyapashrayah matprasadadavapnoti shashvatam padamavyayam. Engaged Thus engaged in all kinds of activities, my devotee under my protection reaches the eternal and imperishable abode by my grace. See, for every activity that we perform, no, Matajis, the Lord's grace is very essential, or very essential. He tells, like if you take up a devotee, okay, a path of devotional service, you're always protected under my protection. Now you're my devotee, it is my job to protect you. And what will happen? You will definitely reach the eternal, imperishable abode, that is Goloka Vrindavana. Matchitta sarva durgani mat prasada tarishyasi atachetvam ahankaran no yashi vinangsyasi. If you become conscious of me, you will pass over all the obstacles of conditional life by my grace. If, however, you do not work in such consciousness but act through false ego, not hearing me, what will happen? You will be lost. We saw in the last class, no? They were pushed into what kind of species? Most abnormal kind of species, isn't it? So you'll be lost. You'll be fallen among the 84 lakh species of life and you will not come back. So Lord Krishna is telling, please become conscious of me, become my devotee. Matsitta sarva durgani, whatever obstacles that comes on your conditional life, in your devotional service, whatever it is, it's my duty to take over it. By my grace, everything will go away. And if you do not work, then you will be lost. ईश्वर सर्वभूतानां विदेशे अर्जुन तिष्ठति ब्राह्मयन् सर्वभूतानि यन्त्ररूढानि मायया. The Supreme Lord is situated in everyone's heart. Okay, in the last section, he explained about Brahma Bhuta stage, that stage of Brahman. And here in this shloka, Krishna is telling about the Paramatma, where the Paramatma is living. The Supreme Lord is situated in everyone's heart, O Arjuna, and is directing the wandering of all living entities who are seated as a machine made of the metal energy. These two birds on a tree analogy I had already explained in the previous class. It says that there are two birds on a tree. One is Paramatma. Okay, one bird is Paramatma and one other bird is the living entity. The living entity is always engaged in eating the fruits of the tree. It may be bitter, it might be sweet, depending upon the kind of suffering he is doing. And then Paramatma is asking, looking at the Jivatma, asking, are you done eating the fruits? Let me take you back to Supreme Abode. Then this Jivatma is saying, no, wait, this fruit is so tasty. Let me finish this. I'm not in a hurry. Then Paramatma is saying, okay, let me wait. So he's just waiting for the Jivatma to turn back and say, yes, I am ready. As a father is always ready to take their kids back home, no? Our Supreme Personality of Godhead Krishna is always ready, looking for the living entity to surrender so that he can take him back home, back to Godhead. Tam eva sharanam gaccha sarva bhavena bharata tat prasadat param shantim sthanam prapsyati shashvatam. O son of Bharata, surrender unto him utterly. By his grace, you will attain transcendental peace and the supreme and the eternal abode. Is that clear? So he's telling only by his grace he can get transcendental peace. There is no peace in this material world. If you don't listen, you will be sent back to the 84 lakh species evolution. Iti gnanam akhyatam guhyataram maya vimrushaitat asheshena yatechasi tatha kuru guhyataram. Guhyat means the knowledge about the Brahman, that is, I'm not the body, I'm the soul. Guhyataram, that is about the Paramatma. The Paramatma is staying in the heart of the living entity. So he's telling, I have told you both the knowledges of it. Now you do whatever you want to do. Eta ichasi tata kuru. Do whatever you wish to do. Thus I have explained to you the most confidential of non-knowledge. Deliberate on this fully and do what you wish to do. See, clearly Arjuna, no, he's such a nice teacher and a guide, isn't it? Just he is doing his duty. Okay, he did a duty as a teacher. Now he has given all the knowledge that is necessary for Arjuna to come out of his all doubt illusion. Okay, now once it is done, he's telling, see, whatever knowledge I should give you, I have given you. Now you decide what you want to do. I have no influence on it. is such a spiritual guide. There is no force. He's given option for Arjuna to choose. Then later, Krishna says, Man mana bhava mad bhakto ma mad yaji namaskuru mam ye vaishasi satyam te prati jani priyosimi. He's telling, who is my dear friend? He's telling, always think of me. Man mana bhava mad bhakto. My devotees always think about me. They worship me and offer obeisances unto me. And if you also do something like that, you will come to me without fail. This is my promise, oh my dear friend. See how Krishna is telling so nicely, like, become my devotee. Think of me. Okay? Offer obeisance unto me. Worship me. Then this is a promise. What more promise can anybody give? Tell me. If you do this, you will definitely come back to me. Clear? Similar thing we had studied in the past also. The last two sentence was changed, but it's the same thing. Like, always think of me, become my devotee. What are the characteristics of a devotee? Krishna explained there. Okay. There he said, this line, no, this two sentence, it was read like, Man mana bhava mad bhakto madhyaji namaskuru mam ye vaishasi yuktaivam atmana matparayanaha. There also it's meant the same. If you are engaged in all this, then you will definitely come back to me. It's the same thing. So the importance of this is, this shloka is very, very much important. We should always think about Krishna. We should become a devotee of Krishna. We should offer obeisance unto him. We have to worship him with full heart. Only then full surrender is possible. That is what Krishna is trying to say here. Then Krishna is coming for the final instruction. What will be the final instruction to Arjuna? He will say, Sarvadharman parityajya mam ekam sharanam vraja aham tvam sarva papebhyo moksha ishyami ma shuchaha. See, moksha ishyami. He will give the liberation. Okay. He's telling, abandon all varieties of religion and just surrender unto me. And I shall deliver you from all sinful reactions. Do not fear. Yeah. What Krishna is telling, you abandon all religion. Sarva dharmam parityajya. Here, dharma means what? Oh, you give up your activities? No. He refers to all material activities. It may be Vedic rituals, sacrifices, prescribed duties, any obligations, okay? Any obligations which are not connected to Krishna. Krishna is telling, if there is anything obligations that are not connected to me, then it is better you give up. You abandon all such religion, and the only thing you should do is you surrender unto me. Rest, I will take care. If you do that, I will deliver you from all sinful reaction. So do not fear. Do not fear. Moksha ishyami. He's telling, I will deliver you. Okay. Idam te nata paskaya na bhaktaya kadachana na chashrushra vishvachyam na cha mamhyo abhyasuyate. See, he told this final instruction, okay? Then immediately after giving the final instruction, he's telling, yeah, this confidential knowledge may not be explained to those who are not austere or devoted or engaged in devotional service, not to one who is envious of me. See, immediately he gave the final instruction, Sarva dharmam parityajya mam ekam sharanam vraja, okay? But next himself he's telling a warning. What he is telling? The knowledge which I discussed, you know, Archana, do not tell those that knowledge to the people who are not austere, devoted, or engaged in devotional service, not to one who is envious. Krishna doesn't like people who are envious of him. Why not austere? Yes? Any idea why not austere people? We should not explain to the not austere people. Another 5 minutes, Matajas. That's all. We'll wind up. Anything? Why do you feel that if he's not austere, we should not explain to him? See, austerity means what? We should give up a sense enjoyment, no? Are people ready to give up sense enjoyment? Bhagavad Gita says no sense enjoyment. But Only those who take austerity, only those people can do it. For not austere people, it's very difficult. They won't get, because they are always engrossed in material pleasures. There is no self-control at all. So even if you go tell them, it doesn't have any effect. Clear? And not to the devoted people, not for those without devotion. Why? Devotion means you have to imbibe the knowledge of Krishna's teaching, isn't it? There should be some bhakti. Without bhakti, you may end up interpreting Gita as a philosophy. It's just like a book. There is no divinity in that, right? So he has to be devoted. Then next he says Shushrushaveh. Shushrushaveh means those who are willing to listen and also to serve at the same time. Shushrushaveh means people should be eager to hear. Okay. And the moment they hear the knowledge, they should apply their teaching to their own benefit in the practical life also. Okay. And after they hear, what they should do? They should do some devotional service. Only when hearing is not sufficient, you have to act on what you have learned. Now, if you have to take up devotional service, you should also perform service. Okay. Sincere service you should do and practice bhakti. And you have a strong reason why Krishna doesn't like enviousness, right? Because they always distort the message and they criticize him. That is a bad thing which Krishna never likes. And they always get agitated. Yeah. And Krishna is warning against sharing this knowledge. See, Krishna is merciful here also, okay? Why? Because Krishna is protecting his devotee here also. Because he doesn't want devotees to take risk by going and preaching to the people who are kind of atheists, who are envious of him. What will be the reaction? So, Krishna is telling you need not explain all this thing to envious people. Forget it, don't worry. And at the same time, this Bhagavad Gita class, what we are doing, we are also opening the platform to everybody. Everybody who is interested can join the class, can make a benefit of it. It's all left to the choice of the people. But still, Krishna may tell, okay, don't go tell any to those non-veneous people, but devotees, they understand the heart of Krishna because he's our supreme father. He's waiting for every person, every living entity in this material world to return back to Godhead. And all this are happening because of their ignorance, right? Because they are ignorant, they are not able to take up this bhakti yoga and they don't know the way to go back home, back to Godhead. That is how Prabhupada also started writing the magazine. He said, like, I know the way how to go back to Godhead, but I would like to take some of the people who are ready to take up this also along with me. That is the whole purpose he started the ISKCON movement. Clear? So Krishna is also protective here also. That's so nice of him. Ya idam param guhyam madbhakteshva abhidhasyati bhaktim mayi param kritva mam evaishyati asamshayah. For one who explains the supreme secret to the devotees, devotional service is guaranteed. At the end, he will come back to me. See how nicely he's telling. One who preaches his knowledge of Bhagavad Gita, he will also come back to me. So, devotees, for the speaker, we have extra bonus. We have extra bonus for the listener. We have the extra bonus to the speaker. So please share this knowledge of Bhagavad Gita to your friends. You can start from your family. You can ask your kids to join the Bhagavad Gita kids class. Yeah. You can encourage your friends to join and learn. So one who explains the supreme secret, there is also a high guarantee that he will take us also home back. न च तस्मान् मनुष्येषु कश्चिन् मे प्रियकृत्तमः भविता न च मे तस्मात् अन्यः प्रियतरो भुवि. There is no servant in this world more dear to me than he, nor will be there ever be one more dear. It means what? The person who takes all kind of risk to preach the message of the Lord, such person is very dear to him. Priyataro. He is the most dearest person. Adeshyati cha ya imam dharmyam samvadam avayo gnana yagnena tenaham ishtasyam iti me matihi. And I declare that who studies this sacred conversation worships me by his intelligence. See, he is using the word read. No, sorry, he is not. He's using the word studies. He never used the word read. One who read this sacred conversation, he said, no, he studies, he studies only then it is effective. It means that you should read this book, you should understand this book, and you should apply the teachings of Bhagavad Gita in our own personal life. Then only you will be serving the Lord in full consciousness, full intelligence. Clear? Shraddhavan anusuyascha shrunuyad api naraha soapi muktah subhalokan prapnuyad punya karmanam. One who listens with faith and without envy becomes free from sinful reactions, attained to the planets where the pious dwells, that is, the spiritual world. Arjuna uvacha nashtamoha smrutirlabdha tvatprasadan maya chuta stitosmi gata sandeha karishye vachanam tava. Now, Arjuna's dialogue. My dear Krishna, O infallible one, my illusion is now gone. Nashtamoha smritir labdva, I have regained my memory by your mercy, and I am now firm. I am free from doubt. Now I am prepared to act according to your instructions. Karishye vachanam tava. Now he's telling, I will follow your instruction. Now comes Sanjaya, who's been watching all this. Now he will say, Sanjaya uvacha. Sanjaya said, thus have I heard the conversation of the two great souls, Krishna and Arjuna, and so wonderful is that message that my hair is standing on end. He is expressing his feelings, his emotions here. He's telling my hairs is standing on end when I see this conversation happening between the two great souls, Krishna and Arjuna. By the mercy of Vyasa, that is his guru, he's thanking his guru for giving him that Divya Chakshushu. I have heard these most confidential talks directly from the master of all mysticism, Krishna, who was speaking personally to Arjuna. O king, as I repeatedly recall this wondrous and holy dialogue between Krishna and Arjuna, I take pleasure being thrilled at every moment. Fantastic, isn't it? O king, when I remember the wonderful form of Lord Krishna, I am struck with even greater wonder and I rejoice again and again. Then he tells, this is the final dialogue of Sanjaya, where he is hinting Dhritarashtra, what is the end of this war? What will be the end of this war? Yatra Yogeshwara Krishno, Yatra Partho Dhanurtaraha, Tatra Shri Vijayo Bhute Dhruva Niter Mater Mama. Wherever there is Krishna, the master of all mystics, wherever there is Arjuna, the supreme archer, there will also certainly be what? Shri Vijaya Bhute Dhruva, that is opulence, victory, extraordinary power and morality. That is my opinion. Matajas, can we all chant this shloka together? It's a
Yeah,
very good
okay,
shloka.
Mataji.
Yeah. Can we start?
Yes.
All ready?
Yeah, ready.
Yeah. Yatra
Yatra
Yogeshwara
Yogeshwara Krishno, Yatra
Yatra Pato
Patra
Dhanurtara
Patodhanantaraha,
Shri
Tatra
Vijayo
Shri Vijayo
Dhruva
Bhute,
Dhruva
Dhruvani Matir Mama.
Once again, we will do another 2 times, okay? Yatra Yogeshwara Krishna
Krishno, Yatra Patodhanutaraha,
Tatra Shri
Tatra Shri Vijayo Bhute, Dhruvani Matir Mama.
Once more.
Yatra Yogesh
Yogeshwara Krishno, Yatra Patodhanutaraha, Tatra Shri
Dhanurtara
Vijayo Bhute, Dhruvani Matir Mama.
Mama. Thank you.
Fantastic. Hare Krishna, Mataji. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Okay. So this is the end of the show slide. So this is the end of chapter 18, Mataji. So we have complete all 18 chapters for today. If you have any questions, I am happy to answer.
Krishna Mataji will be having classes for the next 2 days because you've completed.
Yes, Mataji, we are done. We will not have Bhagavad Gita classes for tomorrow, for next classes.
Okay, but we are yet to get the slides for the chapter 17 and
Yes,
chapter.
we will. You'll receive it on the coming days, Mataji. Next few
Okay,
days.
okay.
Ah,
Okay, Mataji. Thank you, Mataji. Hare
Hare
Krishna.
Krishna, Mataji. And
Thank you.
what I would like to share here is, Mataji, is this your first time attending Bhagavad Gita, or you're sure about the next levels and all? See, after Bhagavad Gita 11.1 course, no, there is something called level 2. Are you aware about all that? You have
Yeah,
no doubt regarding
we saw in the WhatsApp group, Mataji, they posted about the level 2.
Huh.
But I think it will be a bit tough for us to.
That is what I wanted to say, Mataji, here. 1 second, I will show you. Because I understand, like, like all people cannot take up that tough thing. See, you are able to see my screen?
Yes,
Yes,
Mataji.
Mataji.
Sir, you are able to see, right? Okay, I want to
Yes.
just clarify here so that you can decide what level. See, after level 1, no, there are 3 choices. You can attend level 1 again also. If you feel like you want to attend some more time, I want to hear one once again, you can attend the classes, no issues. If you feel like, okay, let me also go to the next level, there are 2 ways, okay? One is pre-Bhakti Shastri course and other is Bhakti Sadachar course, okay? This pre-Bhakti Shastri course, no, they are very disciplined, okay? For every week they'll come and they will have attendance. You need to attend regularly, okay? You need to attend regularly. You'll be given some assignments. You'll have some exams also to take. Along with this level 2, no? Level 2, along with Bhagavad Gita, you will have some additional books also to learn. Okay. Then this is recommended for whom? Who wants to take up preaching service or seek initiation priestly service. But other than that, if you're curious to know more, you want to learn deep in Bhagavad Gita, then you can take up, still you can take up this course. Later you can decide if you want to take up preaching or not. But still you can take up if you want in-deep knowledge of Bhagavad Gita. If you feel like, no, this is too much, I can't take this assignment, submission, that is exams and all, so then you can go to Bhakti Sajar course, okay? In Bhakti Sadachar course, you will just attend the course, you will know how to do that Pancharatrika Vidhi, all right? The teacher will explain you many things about the shlokas, then some bhajans, Krishna bhajans, something like that. And for such course, there is no assignment and there is no exam. You will just attend the course and then you're done. You will get the learning, whatever learning is there, it's fine, well and good. So this course is recommended for devotees who cannot commit to the submission of assignments. You understand? It may be any reason. If you are not able to submit assignments, these exams and all, I cannot take it, it's too much for me, then you can attend regularly. Mataji, it so happen, no, Bhagavad Gita learning, no, should not end within this 18 days. It should extend. The bhakti is like, you should go on lifelong. With whatever limitations I have, I can do it. But still stick to this. Some course you continue to attend, Mataji, so that you will get that devotee association, no, that inspiration will always be there. So you can also continue with your bhakti. And one more thing, what I want to say is there is something like Srimad Bhagavatam class, okay, where our spiritual guru takes in the morning 8 a.m. and in the evening, whichever time is good for you, then you can join and attend the Bhagavatam. It is like just everybody, the public will come and attend. Prabhuji will attend, will take the class. And it's done. There is no assignment or there is nothing like attendance also. This is for spiritual growth only. Is this clear now, Mataji?
Evening, what time, Mataji?
I think it's 7:30, I believe, Mataji. I think it is in Hindi.
Okay.
It is in Hindi, morning 8 o'clock, no? 8 o'clock IST, it is in English.
Okay.
So we are
And
doing...
what will be the syllabus for this Sadacha course, like Mataji?
There is no particular syllabus, like you may have, it depends upon the teacher. The teacher may teach you how to do puja, bhakti, then something like some normal books she may start teaching you in that way.
Okay. And what will be the
Related to
duration? What will be the
I
duration?
think it is Saturday, Sunday, 1 day a week or something like that, Mataji, not every day.
And then the duration will be 1 year or
It
something.
will keep going. It will keep going.
Okay.
Yeah. It will keep going. There is nothing like particular syllabus to finish in this particular time. But because this is an exam-driven course, no, pre-Bhakti Shastri course, So
Mm.
they will say like this particularly and end up these many years for this level, this many days, something like that. So level 3 you have, level 4 you have, level 5. All these are Bhakti Shastri level. And after this you have Bhakti Vaibhav. Okay. So
Okay.
it keeps on going. It's like this is a degree, then master degree, then PhD, something like that. It keeps on going. So, but for this Bhakti Sadachar, it's open to everybody. Everybody can attend. Whoever cannot commit for this exam or this exam and all, I cannot remember and all. Those people can engage in this Bhakti Sadachar.
Okay.
If you want to take the both, is also well and good. No issue. So, in that.
Difficult to manage, like,
Yes, Mataji, it happens. You know, like as soon as you get into this, no, you will feel like this is too much. You feel like this is too much, I will not handle. But slowly, when you see other devotees who are engaged in this thing, no, you'll get slowly inspired. Why don't we try once? If you try once, if it is not happening, well and good. If it happens, also well and good. If you are equally inspired, then well and good. So it's an open. So you can choose what you want here. So I request at least you join to Sadachar course. Then later you can decide for this pre-Bhakti Shastri course whenever you are prepared.
they fix any pre-requirement for getting into this course, Mataji, because we have not submitted the quizzes for this 18 days class itself.
Still you have 2 more days to go, no Mataji. Just I finished it quickly. After 2 days, then you will get that final quiz. After
But
chapter 18,
they,
1 to
that
18.
is that is a pre-requirement, no, Mataji. We have,
That is a pre-requirement, yes.
yes,
Once
yes.
you clear that quiz, no, then you will you'll be able to generate the certificate that you have completed this Understand Bhagavad Gita 18 days. You have completed your level 1 course. Keep the certificate, save. If you want to join level 2, no, you may have to show the certificate to them. But for Sadachar, there is no prerequisite here.
Okay. Good.
But just save the certificate for future use, Mataji. It will be helpful because that is the base.
Yes, Mataji.
If anybody asks any course you are there, then you can say, this batch I was, this particular month and year, this particular batch number, no, 53. You belong to this batch 53 thing. Then they'll get the reference of all the data. They can retrieve your data very easily.
Yes, Mataji. Thank you, Mataji. Hare
Okay,
Krishna.
Mataji. Hare Krishna. Okay. In that case, we'll close the class, Mataji. Vancha kalpatarubhyascha kripa sindhubhya eva cha patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namaha. Anant Koti Vaishurand ki jai, Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Srimad Bhagavad Gita ki jai. Hare Krishna,
Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Mataji. We enjoyed your classes very much, Mataji. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Mataji.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you, Mataji.
Hare Krishna.